What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are all having a fantastic day. I'm Anthony. On today's video, I got a really good one for you. Today I'm going to show you the results of a 14-month wait from the point of inoculation to the point of the first major harvest of a shiitake mushroom log. So stay tuned. That's right, today is going to be the first major harvest from my shiitake logs, and I wanted to show you exactly what it looks like from the point of inoculation and then that whole wait of 14 months till now, because I want you to be able to understand that this is the prime investment. If you want to invest in your homestead, if you want to invest in potentially good amount of food for potentially years, then this is going to be the prime example of the whole point I was trying to tell y'all over a year ago when I said that you should probably be setting up mushroom logs if you like eating mushrooms. If you pay attention about a year and some change ago, I put a short out that showed the process of inoculating logs. If you want to remember what that looks like, I'm going to put it up here, or I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to go ahead and show you some of the highlights of that right now. Okay, so long story short, I had a oak tree that was in my front yard that used to shade my house, but I had to take it down because the heartwood was rotten, and I didn't want a tree to come down on my house if it was a heavy wind, so I had to do that. So I used it to make firewood or drill holes to put in some dowels for mushrooms. Okay, so that's what I did. I got these dowels that were inoculated with shiitake mushroom spawn, and I decided to inoculate a couple logs, about 4-foot sections, to see if it would actually take. Now, once you get your dowels in, you want to pound them down with a mallet and then wax over. The whole point of waxing over is to keep that moisture in so the mushroom has a chance to inoculate the entire log. And at that point, you're going to want to wait 9 to 12 months to see your first fruiting. One thing you got to make sure you're understanding whenever you're doing any kind of mushroom farming is there's going to be a wait, okay? That's usually what the biggest problem is with a lot of people. It's a long wait, okay? It's not like putting a seed in the ground and waiting up to 2 weeks for the seed to germinate. You're literally waiting over a year before anything even happens. So it's like the ultimate investment. But the good thing is the input costs are very small compared to what you might get on the outside. Now, for 100 plugs, I think it cost me like $18. And shipped to me with the wax and the drill bit, everything. It took like 30 bucks maybe at most. And I wanted to show you the results of that because it's quite frankly amazing. Check this out. Now that's exciting. So keep in mind, it took me about 30 bucks to do this with this log and 3 other logs I have over on the other side of my property. 30 bucks, and I was able to plug this big giant log. Even though they say don't do one this big, I just wanted to see if it would work. And it worked out amazingly. I've already harvested a few times, as you can see, where I've cut off a few. I put those in shorts, because there's a couple decent flushes already. But this is the first major one where I have an entire side exposed showing, how big these mushrooms can actually get. So if you're considering, maybe if you like mushrooms, if you have the property, if you're cutting down wood anyway, instead of making firewood, if you have a live tree that you're cutting down that is a potential candidate for something like shiitake, like sweet gum or oak, go ahead and give this one a shot. I did this as an experiment to see if it would work, and I am beyond pleased with the results. So I don't exactly know the going price per pound anymore of shiitakes, but I would guess it is significantly north of what I have input in here. So this whole thing cost me about 30 bucks to do, and this is like my 4th flush, but by far the biggest. And it's, for every diameter of wood, it's supposed to be another year worth of flushing. So this is about a good 12-inch diameter log, so I should be looking at 10 to 12 years potentially. So what are you waiting for? If you're looking at doing some mushroom farming, this is the example you need to show. You should probably get on that. Now be honest, how was that? It's pretty impressive, right? So the reason why I'm doing this video, why I wanted to do it and put it together, is because I wanted to show you the results of a year and a half worth of waiting, okay? The hardest part about mushroom farming is the wait, okay? It's very simple to go ahead and buy your plugs. It's very simple to just drill a couple holes in a log, put the plug in, and then wax over it. The hard part is waiting over a year before you see any results of all your labor. So after that year, when you see things like I just showed you, I wanted to kind of show you on camera, show all y'all out there who've been asking me about it, this is worth it, okay? You need to go ahead and give this a go. If you like eating mushrooms, if you like foraging for mushrooms, this is almost like a cheat code. So instead of having to walk around and actually, expend a whole bunch of calories trying to find good quality mushrooms, you can grow your own and you know where they're at. So all you gotta do is walk outside and check them after a rain or when the temperature starts going down, and boom, you might get a flush like that. And the shiitakes, are really good dried. So I can easily take whatever I don't eat right now, which is probably most of them, and I can go ahead and pop them in the dehydrator, and I have good high quality mushrooms that I could potentially eat for years because they're dehydrated, okay? They don't go bad, and they, reabsorb water and rehydrate very well. They don't, get all smushy or something like that. They actually rehydrate amazingly well to the point where you can't even really tell. So this is definitely one of those things I wanted to show you, and I want to kind of do a victory lap, because I think if you have the ability, if you have the time, if you have the land, if you have the trees that you're cutting down anyway, you should probably go ahead and give this one a go. So if you learned anything at all from this video, please do me a humongous favor and give this one a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you are not, and I'll catch y'all later, okay?